What's up, fuckers? It's your boy Xander, and it's Digi Daily. So, we're just gonna kind of hop into it today. Not gonna be a long episode. I was contemplating actually taking another break, but I kind of just got back. I feel like it'd be in poor taste to take another break. I think you guys suffered enough. So, instead of taking a break, we'll show off who we got this run. Shouldn't be too hard to guess. And then we'll just we'll start a new run on the X2 tomorrow. Now, I did say that I wasn't going to be participating in the current Digi Hatch, but that might have changed. Well, you know, I'll elaborate on that when we cross that bridge, which is why I was also contemplating taking a break, so that, like, you know, I can call this, you know, an end for this season, not season, but this kind of quick series, this comeback series, and then come back. Sorry, I just made everyone yawn. You know, come back with you know, come back with another series of me following the Digi Hatch, but you know, we'll just keep going, and then when that comes, we'll just, you know, we'll keep going. We'll do it live, essentially. Fuck it. So, let's talk about who we got, which is, of course, Ancient Sphinxmon. I'm so happy. One thing that is a little bit of a bummer is that he actually is not type free. He's a virus type, so that kind of sucks, because I was super hype about Rahimon being type free. So Rahimon actually has a bit of an advantage being type free over Ancient Sphinxmon, in my opinion. Although I'm fairly certain Ancient Sphinxmon has a higher base power. It's just kind of a pain in the ass doing certain, especially like Area 45, where you're fighting like all the Royal Knights and you're a virus type. Most of the Royal Knights are stronger than you as far as their typing. So it's kind of a pain in the ass getting through the quest mode in this device, just because you're at such a disadvantage towards the end. But needless to say, we got him, and I'm so happy. God, another yawn. Sorry. So let's show off his cut-in. Let's do, you know, let me show off Area 45. I'll show you his cut-in. We'll go through Area 45, and then I'll talk to you about what's in this jar next to me. A new addition to the Digi Daily family. Okay, so Ancient Sphinxmon is, I want to, let me make sure I got this right. I could totally get this wrong. It's been years since I've seen Frontier, but every Digimon in Frontier comes from like a common ancestor, essentially, where like, oh god, like I believe like Ancient Greymon. Oh, look at that! It's a Sphinx. Now die. Yeah. So you know, there's an Ancient Greymon, and that's where like Agunimon comes from. Like that's the spirit that, like, you know, ended up becoming Agunimon and stuff like that. So Ancient Sphinxmon is like the kind of like the original form of the spirit. Like that was it before it became the spirit. Stop me if I'm wrong. I'm probably very wrong. And so, you know, this in this device is the final form, and I mean, I guess theoretically speaking, you could call it the final form because it's like everything put together, like both the beast spirit and the human spirit put together. It would be it, and even, you know, the I don't know, I guess I wouldn't say purified form, but like the pure form of the spirit would be Ancient Sphinxmon, whereas, you know, the other forms are just like parts of it, I think, something like that. Well, I may even bother trying to explain this. I gotta rewatch Frontier along with the rest of the series, and then I gotta watch Cross Wars and the other stuff. Another new anime coming out, so I'm definitely gonna be watching that. There's a lot of stuff going on, guys. Megatron Excepticon, actually, I didn't know this, but I believe he lives in New Zealand or somewhere in that area. He got a couple of the Wave 2s, and I'm super jelly. So the Wave 2s are out in Europe at the moment, it seems like, or at least certain parts of Europe. I don't believe New Zealand is actually part of Europe. Or am I wrong? I don't know. It's available in certain areas. I know someone in Malaysia was able to pick one up. That's the Southeast Asian area, but I don't know how he picked this up. And then, of course, Megatron Decepticon, he has 2 now. He did say there was a rule of thumb. Let me actually read what he said, because I didn't even realize it until he mentioned it. And that is... Give me a second here, guys. Sorry. There's a rule of thumb here, and oh yeah, cheat sheet. There's a rule of thumb / cheat sheet for you guys. I never even realized this. If it has yellow on it, it's Lunamon. If it has orange, it is Coronamon. So the Lunamon is in the purple and yellow, and also the yellow and white, and then Coronamon is in the blue and orange and the green and orange. How did I not notice that when I first announced that they came out? I don't know. But he has them. He says that the screens are actually quite similar, if not the same, as the Wave 1 V-Pets. I will be comparing that when I get mine. Again, I still haven't pre-ordered them, but when I get them, I will be doing a comparison. And then he hasn't unlocked Lunamon or Coronamon as of yet, so I'm not too sure about all that extra stuff. But I know for sure connecting to a Wave 1 English 20th does net you the Alphamon egg. So if you guys only have the English devices and you want to get the Alphamon egg, you can indeed connect your Wave 1 to a Wave 2 and unlock the Alphamon egg on both devices, so you'll be able to get Alphamon, which is awesome. I don't think there's anything else as far as those releases that I know of. I didn't mention this, but Toy Fair did come and go, and surprisingly, Bandai did not have anything at their booth about Digimon, which is extremely confusing. They had, of course, the Pac-Man Tamagotchi, which I do want to get. I haven't got around to getting it yet, but I am planning on getting it. And they're making a couple new color waves / versions of the new Tamagotchis. I believe they're called the Tamagotchi On. I think that's what they're called here in America. So we're getting new colors of those. We're getting the Pac-Man Tamagotchi, but again, surprisingly, from what I've seen as far as coverage goes, they didn't have like a little booth set up, or even something set up at their booth, showing off the new wave of colors for the 20th, the English 20th, that is. Again, confusing, not too sure why. Not a lot of people who are super terribly interested in V-petting was able to go there and pick their brains, at least the people that I follow. They're not really too into that, so they didn't really ask them any questions. You know, I'd love to go one year and be able to ask Bandai all the questions that we all want to know, like, are there any plans on releasing more than just the 20th? You know, are we gonna get a Pendulum 20th? Are we gonna get, you know, the Digivice re-release? Like, can we get a re-release of the Digivices, like the 15ths? Can we get, you know, just more Digimon stuff like this in the future? And, you know, what's the forecast? I'm pretty sure they just probably give us the same canned responses they would give to anyone, which would probably be, well, if the, you know, if the market says then it's a possibility. If it sells well, we're down for anything. Which is like what, you know, it's an easy response to say to something like that. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? That's kind of all we know at the moment. I mean, at least we got the Wave 2, and they were announced prior to Toy Fair. It just kind of confuses me why they wouldn't show them off at Toy Fair and just announce them. But hey, that's how Bandai do. I don't really know their rationale when it comes to a lot of stuff. They seem to be pretty confusing when it comes to a lot of their decisions over the years. It's kind of been the only consistent thing about Bandai of America, I think. So, let's talk about this giant, not really giant, it's a pretty small jar. Let's talk about this guy. This, right here, my friends, his name is Phil, And if you don't know, Phil is a Marimo mossball. He's my pet. He's another pet we're taking care of here on the show now. So I had a micro obsession with these things a couple years ago. Never got around to buying one though, and it kind of like slipped out of my mind. So Jess, as you know, she went to the Philly Flower Show, which, if you couldn't tell, is in the city of Philly, and she goes there every year. She's been there in the past, she goes there every year for the past 3 years. She goes with her mother. I couldn't go with her this year again because of some weird stuff with sort of my cargoes. But either way, so she went and she bought a crap ton of plants. She always does this every year, but she bought this and then thought, you know what? I'll give this to Christian. And I love it. I absolutely love Marimo mossballs. There's just something cute about them. They're half plant, half pet, because they're not exactly a plant. They're not exactly a pet. It's like a weird middle thing, so I think it's adorable. And it's going to be in the background of all my videos from now on. As long as this doesn't negatively affect it, that is. I don't think so. I think they're fine being in... Because it's going to be in this light box, which, if this light's not on, the light's going to be off. But I don't think they mind being in cold areas. The only thing you really have to do is change the water when it gets murky. Keep an eye on it. It should grow, if I'm not mistaken. I think it does eventually kind of grow. And hopefully it can grow to the point where I can kind of split it, because what you can do with Marimo moss balls is you can actually kind of split them, and then it's two, there's one and the other, so you can have you can have kids, I guess, if you want to put it like that. I'm as you can tell, I'm kind of excited about this. This is really cool and adorable, and I love them. If you're wondering why Phil, the name kind of came to me, although Jess's sister was talking about some story about some guy she named who was Phil was the guy's name, but I barely heard that conversation. It didn't register to me. I was thinking Phil like Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, or Phil Brooks, who's CM Punk, or one of my favorite wrestlers. That was where my mind was. It just came in my head. I looked at him, I was like, that my friends is Phil. And yeah, the water's already getting a little murky, but I don't think it's anything to worry about yet. I'll wait till it gets a little bit worse for wear, and then I'll change it. And then again, I'm also going to do a lot of research, because I don't think it's possible to kill these things. But I do want to make sure it's healthy and happy, and I also eventually, like I said, want to kind of split it, make some other moss balls, and also see do they grow, I might need to get another container eventually. I've seen big ones, big ones. I remember I went to an anime convention, and there was a huge one, the size of I mean, my hand's not big, but it was pretty damn big, maybe a baseball, or slightly bigger, and they can get pretty big, so I might need to get another container for them eventually, but we'll find out. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to actually, oh god, he got really hurt. He's just been sitting there this whole time. Sorry, buddy. Let's go to backup. Yeah, Barbamon's here. Barbamon can die. I don't really care. I really don't. Yeah, wake up, buddy. You're gonna die tonight. Sorry. So tomorrow, hopefully, he'll be dead. That sounds so horrible, but yeah, hopefully he'll be dead and we can start a new run tomorrow. If not, I'll find a way to stall. You'll still get an episode tomorrow, but like I said, I'll have to stall or something. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. All that good stuff. Let me know how you guys are doing right now. It is officially the start of the Wave 3, I guess, or Season 3 of the group hatch. It is Digimon XL and the Digimon IC. If you're wondering, yes, I do have the American versions of those, but they're not compatible with online. Not only that, they're not really VPETs. They're more of a weird mix between the VPETs and the pedometer eventer devices without a pedometer. It's a weird device. I've run it before. You can go check that out. But I'm not going to be running those. I'm trying to I'm trying to acquire something so I can actually participate in this hatch. I'm going to be late, but I'm still going to participate because I'm excited. So yeah, that'll start making sense when I get my package. again, everyone in the comments, if you can, thank Cumulus, and also let me know how you're participating in this hatch if you don't own a device. I know this is a very specific hatch, but I'm happy he is putting spotlights on the more obscure devices. So yeah, have a good one, guys. I really appreciate it. Peace.